Hey Slightly Unblended, welcome back to my channel. Welcome if you're new. And today I'm doing 3 looks with one palette, and that is the Bella Beaute Bar Morally Grey palette. So if you'd like to see how I got this look, 2 more, then just keep on watching. Hey y'all, so for look 1, I'm going to start out with the LO4 brush in the shade Not a Hero. I'm going to be trying my best to do an attempt at a look inspired by Face Chartiste, and I have had this one saved for a hot minute, but I thought it was so pretty. So I'm taking the shade and I'm starting from the inner corner of my eye, and I'm working that all the way through the crease with this brush, and then I'm going to take a smaller brush as I start to take it out because I'm going to do more of a graphic liner kind of look and kind of flick it out towards the tail of my brow and go from there. And I do want to apologize for the low energy and all of this. It has just been a rough, month, the last month. But I'll get to that in a separate video. Now I'm taking the LO1 brush and the same shade, and I'm flicking it up towards the tail of my brow, and then I'm extending it kind of downwards toward the crease to make it look kind of more like a graphic liner, but with eyeshadow, and just kind of working it back and forth, being very gentle with it because I want to keep it kind of low for right now just to build up the shape. So now I'm taking the LO4 brush and the shade Shades of Grey to soften that blend up, kind of get it diffused. So I'm doing back and forth windshield wipe motions, very, very, very light pressure. Where the shade that I just used is left off is where I'm going to take this and start to work on getting it blended out. I've cleaned off the LO1 brush, and now I'm taking that same shade, Shades of Grey, and I'm blending out the Not a Hero shade, and I'm just working on making sure that I get it diffused. So pretty much just how I did with the first shade is what I'm doing with this shade. I'm taking a little bit more of Not a Hero on the same brush just to bring it back because blending is repetitive, but it's worth it. And I'm taking more of Not a Hero on the LO5 brush just to bring it back because when you blend, sometimes you lose the pigment, you gotta touch it up. And now I'm taking the LO3 brush with the shade Moral Compass, and I'm just starting to get that nice and blended out, making sure it's softened up, and making sure there's no harshness. And I will go back in and touch everything up here in just a little bit. But with this, I'm doing the same thing. Very, very light pressure, back and forth windshield wiping motions, just trying to get the shape continue to be built up and just get it softened up. Now I'm taking the LO4 brush with more of Shades of Grey because I'm just kind of blending and then going back in and touching things up as I go. With the LO5 brush, I'm taking more of Not a Hero and just going in and deepening up that crease because this is our depth shade, and I also wanted it to be really smoky. And I'm taking more Shades of Grey on the LO4 brush just to kind of get that softened up and make sure that everything is blended real nicely. Now I'm taking the LO3 brush with the shade Ambivalence, and I'm just softening that up and focusing this on that inner corner because on the face chart, which I will show here in a little bit, it's a nice, cutesy pink, and I just really, really liked the shade, so I'm trying to make it look like the face chart, and I also was, super excited to use this shade. I've swapped over to the LO4 brush with what was left of Shades of Grey, and I'm going and touching that up, and I'm going to take some micellar water on a Q-tip. This is the look I'm going for. Ring light was in the way, sorry about that. Taking micellar water on a Q-tip and cleaning up my lid and carve out my crease. And now I'm taking a tiny brush to work on getting that more graphic liner shape where it's towards that outer corner of my eye in the crease, so that I don't remove any of that blend, because like the blend there is kind of important. Now I'm taking the Danessa Myricks Color Fix Pastels in the shade Bunny. I'm going to pop that on my lid and I'm going to apply it all over and carve my crease out with it, because I'm going to pop that soft cutesy baby pink eyeshadow over top of it before I add some sparkles. Now I'm taking the Half Cake Beauty 816 crease brush in the shade Ambivalence, and I'm just going to start to pack that all over the lid and make sure that that color fix is set so we don't have any creasing. And I had the window open so you can see my back like sheet there kind of moving around. Artie needs his window time, okay? He takes it very seriously. So I'm just going to work that all over that base and extend it out a little bit. Now I'm going to take the shade Bittersweet and I'm going to pop that all over the center of my lid and just kind of work it from the lash line all the way up to the crease, and trying my very best to not get it on the matte that is not this pretty pink. Now I'm going to take a little bit more of Not a Hero and kind of fix the shape up a little bit and make it a little bolder. Now I'm taking the Cleona DF04 brush and some more Bittersweet to work it up towards the crease. That way I don't make a mess, because I do not trust myself to use my finger to not get it all over the place. So I like to take a tiny brush for this. With the same brush, I'm taking some of the shade Complex Motivations and I'm just going to pop that all over kind of like the would-be negative space bit in that cut crease. It looks kind of more like graphic liner. I'm going to work it over to Bittersweet and get it blended together. Do the same thing on the inner portion of my lid towards the inner corner of my eye. Just kind of having Bittersweet be the like softer, sparkly, kind of like a halo eye, but with different shades of sparkles. Now I'm going to take the NYX Epic Ink liner and I'm doing a wing. Kind of like a baby wing. I was really impressed. I don't do wings often because I just like struggle getting them even because I haven't done them in so long. And I got them even, so I was really happy about that. Even though I really was just kind of like down in the dumps anyway. I was like, okay, makeup is kind of helping me feel better. So just been using makeup to try to keep my mind busy this past week. So anyway, I'm doing a wing now, and then I'm going to doodle some hearts with it because I really was just like, I don't feel like busting out my liner palette when the hearts are going to be black anyway. Why don't I just use my Epic ink liner? Oh, yeah. Before then, I'm doing like the inner corner flick for the cat eye, and I'm just starting to extend the inner corner of my eye and bring it over towards my waterline. And now I'm starting to go ahead and doodle some hearts, so I'm just kind of drawing them best I can, and then I'm going to fill them in. So just kind of take a line kind of downward, bring it up like a hump, and then bring it down to a point. And then I do that on the other side and then fill it in. I hope that helps. I kind of am not the greatest at explaining how to doodle hearts, but for the longest it was like the only thing I knew how to draw. Now I'm going to take some Manic Gems Mania Rhinestone Pack, and I'm going to take the black ones out of this, and I'm going to pop them on because I didn't feel like doodling little dots. So wanted to add some extra blingy to it. Alright, I'm going to go do the rest of my face, and I'll be right back. Alright, so this is the finished look. What do you think? This is going to be look 1 or 2 of however many I decide to do. Probably just 2 right now. I'm sorry. I'm sorry my video's late. At this point, it's probably going up Tuesday or Wednesday. And then this will hopefully go up on Sunday as normal. I've just had a lot of stuff going on. And we also lost my cat Runt, who would have been 11 in March, and that was really kind of unexpected. I understand he was old, but it still doesn't make it any easier when you lose a fur baby. So I'm really sorry. I was in the middle of getting stuff done with the video that was supposed to be up, and he was my priority in the moment, so I do apologize about. I feel like this year has just started off like I am the most inconsistent this year, but sometimes life happens. So without talking too much, I'm going to go ahead and get my pictures and everything, and I'll see you in just a second. But before that, let me tell you what I did for my lower lashes. They are the Sparks lashes from Beaute for the under eye ones. I used to really enjoy doing under eye lashes, and then I forgot how to do them, and then I played around the other night with like half lashes underneath, and they're really like dramatic. So I was like, doing this face chart, I was like, yeah, I definitely want to see if I can find some lower lashes to do. So that's what I did. But yeah, I do want to apologize, and thank you for being here, and thank you for sticking around, and I'll see you in just a second. Hey y'all, so to start off, I'm going to take the LO4 brush and Not a Hero, and I'm just going to start to work that on the outer corner of my eye, and kind of, sort of, into the crease, about a little past the arch of my brow. And this is going to be just a little bit of smokiness. I feel like this is a super soft, super cute look that could be perfect for Valentine's Day, or for like a more not super bold kind of look. So I'm just working this all on that outer V of my eye. Now with the B2 brush, I'm taking the shade Shades of Gray, and I'm going to blend that out, and I'm going to work it to about the halfway part of my crease, and just start to diffuse the shade that we started out with it. That way there's a little smokiness, and this is a nice transition shade into the next shade. With the LO3 brush, I'm going to take the shade Mixed Feelings and work that towards the inner corner of my eye in the crease, and then start to diffuse the darker shades with it. That way it's a little bit more softer, more neutrally, but it's still a nice and cute little smoky eye. Back and forth windshield wiping motions with the lightest amount of pressure. And then to soften that up, I'm taking the Makeup Shack T63 brush in the shade Ambivalence, and I'm going to blend out all of that shade all over the whole look, just to soften it up. With the Makeup Shack T14 brush, I'm going to go into Shades of Gray just to touch it up, because as I say a million times per video, blending is repetitive, but it's worth it. So I'm doing back and forth windshield wiping motions with the lightest amount of pressure. So I took the LO3 brush and then the shade before Ambivalence. I'm sorry, I had a phone call, so I didn't tell myself what I was using. But I'm going in and touching it up because, like I like to say, when you blend, you kind of lose some of the pigment. So just go back in and touch it up. Now I'm blending that out with Ambivalence again. With the same brush, I'm taking a little bit more of Mixed Feelings just to get everything softened up. I think I took Shades of Grey before this, but I'm just going in and touching everything up right now, so I'm sorry. With the same brush, I'm taking more of Shades of Grey just to bring it back and get it nice and smoky and super cute. I felt really cute in this look, y'all. With the LO4 brush, I'm taking a little bit more of Not a Hero just to bring it back and make sure we have that nice smokiness. With the Makeup Shack T63 brush, I'm taking the shade Moral Compass and applying it all over the lid that has nothing on it where I have my base. That way there's no creasing. And then I'm going to add some of the Deverne Cosmetics glitter primer. And I'm just going to pop that all on, well, a dot of it on my lid. And then I'm going to work it all over my lid with my finger. Now I'm taking the shade Not a Villain and I'm applying that towards the outer portion of my lid, and I'm going to pop that on about halfway. Now I'm going to pop on a little bit of Complex Motivations. I'm going to keep it lower to my lash line because my goal for this was to try to use like every sparkle on the palette. I was like, I need sparkles. Sparkles make the day better. I need sparkles. I want to use them all. So for this, I'm using my finger, and I will go in with a brush in a little bit. Now I'm going to take the Clionadh DF04 brush and the shade Bittersweet, and I'm going to work that above Complex Motivations, and I'm going to work it over to that first sparkle that we used, and I was just like, yes, this is like so pretty, so sparkly. I really needed this. And here's me trying to just kind of blend it a little bit like all over with my finger to just make sure it was more like blended in or melted in with the eyeshadow. Now I'm adding a little bit more of Complex Motivations just to get it blended with Bittersweet. With this Melt Cosmetics brush, I'm taking the shade Indecisive and I'm working that on the inner corner of my eye, taking it up above Bittersweet just a little bit and working it towards the lower lash line so it's super duper sparkly. With the same brush, I'm taking more of Complex Motivations to kind of get it blended with Indecisive. With the same brush, I'm taking a little bit more Bittersweet just to make sure I get everything nice and blended together. Make sure that it is nice and melted and like super seamless. And now I'm taking the B2 brush with a little bit of Not a Hero and just popping it on that sparkle just to make sure everything is blended together and there's no harshness. Alright, I'm going to go do the rest of my face and I'll be right back. Alright, so this is the finished look. What do you think? I feel so sparkly and pretty cute. I haven't really been doing a lot of makeup in the last few days, and I know the other one was a little bit of a downer there for a second. I want really badly to try my best to make this a 3 looks video because I have a look that I did with a color story similar to this before that I really want to redo, and I really want to do another look with this palette because I feel like I'm just in love with the sparkles, the colors. It's very much like right up my alley. So I'm going to try my best to get everything all sorted out on time. But yeah, this is me kind of making the decision to do one more kind of simple look. I'm sorry that there was only one like kind of pretty creative look in this, but wherever this is in the video, which look was your favorite, which look's your favorite so far, I'm gonna go get the pictures of this look and everything, and I'll see you in just a second. I so apologize in advance. It's gonna be blurry like this for a few minutes. I can try to put a timestamp in the comments so you can skip the blurriness if you want. I just caught this yesterday and I had no time to refilm it, so I apologize. I'm taking the LA Girl Cosmetics Blackout Eyeliner and I'm doing a wing with it. I have my lid prime with the Drawer Cosmetics Clean Canvas and Fair. Now I'm taking the Makeup Shack T65 brush and I'm just smudging that liner because I'm going to do a smoky wing. This look was supposed to be in like a redo of one that I did in 2020, but it really makes me think of Pixie Glow, who I just adore and who is so sweet, who I really look up to, who plays with sparkles in such a beautiful way and is so talented, so please go check her out. With the LO1 brush, I'm taking the shade Not a Hero and I'm packing that all over that liner, and then I'm just going to kind of blend it out a little bit for a smoky wing. Now I'm taking the LO4 brush and these shades of gray, and I'm just going to start to like blend it out, smoke it out. I don't know what are words at this point. I've been in here for like an hour and a half and I'm just sleepy. But I'm taking that to kind of get that blended out, get it nice and smoky. I'm not really worried about it being cleaned, like precise right yet. Now I'm taking the LO3 brush in the shade Mixed Feelings, and I'm starting to diffuse everything with this. I'm not super worried about it being precise just yet because I'm going to go in and clean it up with micellar water on a Q-tip just to get it sharpened up here in a little bit. And that footage should be a lot better than this. I apologize, y'all. With this NYX Fluffy brush, I'm taking the shade Ambivalence, and I'm going to go ahead and start to just blend everything out with it and kind of take it up in the crease and a little above and just make sure that I have it all nice and blended out. With the Makeup Shack T63 brush, I'm taking Moral Compass, and I'm really getting that melted into my skin so it's a nice and seamless blend. Now I'm taking the Shades of Gray and I'm bringing it back a little bit, and I'm going to kind of take it on the outer corners or the inner corners of each area of my eye, and it kind of gives it a halo eye effect. This is really what made me think of Pixie Glow because I feel like I've seen her do something like this before and I just loved it. With the LO4 brush, I'm taking more of Not a Hero to bring it back, and then I'm going to take the LO3 brush and more of Mixed Feelings and pop that right in the center to kind of diffuse the darker shades that I just applied. Now I'm taking a little bit more of Shades of Gray and just kind of bringing it back, and then I'm going to take more of Mixed Emotions, just going in and touching everything up. Like, eyeball it, get it to how you like it. That's usually how I do, and sometimes it's time consuming, but I like to just sit there and get everything nice and dramatic because I'm kind of dramatic. So now I'm taking some of the dark sparkle I cannot remember the name of. I guess trailed off, or my camera had cut off before I done it, but thankfully we're back in better quality. I feel so annoyed with myself that it was blurry. I apologize. I really do. That frustrates me so bad. I'm taking my finger and popping that on for right now, and then I'm gonna take Indecisive to get that all blended out. Oh my goodness, already just sneezed. But yeah, I just really thought that this was super sultry. Now I'm taking Indecisive with the 816 crease brush from Half Cake Beauty, and I'm blending out that first sparkle, and then I'm going to take this shade and work it up for my brow highlighter as well because it's so perfect for everything. Thankfully I pulled my head out of my ass and it was the shade Not a Villain, so I'm going to touch that up now with that same brush. With the same brush, I'm taking a little bit more of Indecisive, that way it's nice and blended together and you can see the hollows so perfectly. Now I'm taking what's left of Shades of Gray on the LO4 brush and I'm just kind of popping that on the edges of the sparkle to get it blended together. Now I'm going to pop on a little bit more of Not a Hero towards, like right up in that lash line and bring it back. Now I'm taking Indecisive with this BH Cosmetics tiny fan brush and I'm using it for my brow highlighter. Trying to make sure that I got them even, and yeah, they look pretty even to me. Checking out the hollows, checking out the sparkle, made my day so much better. Now I'm taking some micellar water on a Q-tip to sharpen this up and get it like super duper sharp. I wanted it to be fierce. I wanted it to be like a soft, cutesy date night look, like a soft glam, but I wanted it to be like dramatically sharp, if that makes any sense. Now I'm taking some Manic Gems Angel Baby Gem Pack, and I'm going to take some of my eyelash glue, and I'm going to pop that all over and then just sporadically add gems because I was like, oh my gosh, yes, I need to be extra. I really needed the sparkly, sultry moment. Alright, I'm going to go do the rest of my face and I'll be right back. Alright, so here's the finished look. What do you think? I was originally trying to do that look that I did in 2020, but then I kind of was like, I want to do like extra sparkles, and then I was like, let me add some gems. And this kind of reminds me of Pixie Glow, which is someone that I look up to who does really beautiful work and plays with sparkles in such a magical way. Like this, that is who I thought about when this was coming together. And I'm just looking in my mirror and I'm like, oh, the sparkles are so pretty. I want to say a huge thank you to Belle Beaute Bar for sending this collection my way. I'm going to try my very best to include swatches. I'm also wearing the Skin of a Killer highlighter right now, and I wore Morally Grey the other day, and they're both so pretty. I will have them in the swatches too. But I want to say a huge thank you to Belle Beaute Bar for sending this my way. I love it so much. Like, it's the perfect, like, moody, but also, like, everyday, but so elegantly and, like, sultry, like, elegant and sultry. Like, it's so very pretty. I love the sparkles. Like, the darker one, the hollow, I wasn't sure what to expect, like, seeing it in the pan. And I was like, okay, this is going to be one that I could do, like, a glitter, like, a hollow kind of sparkly wing. And, like, that can still be done. But it's, like, it's just perfect. It's definitely different from anything that I have in my collection. I love it. So, again, thank you so much, Belle Beaute Bar. I really appreciate it. Again, I'm very sorry for the kind of low energy video. I'm going to try to make a separate video and a community post to go along with this. I'm going to try to make a community post and a separate video kind of talking about what my plan is right now. I am probably going to take a couple weeks off. I may definitely try to do like a cute Valentine's Day tutorial, just kind of depending on if I have the time. I've just had a lot going on right now, and I have been making videos for like 5 or 6 years at this point, and I've done it like every week up until the start of this year. And I kind of think I just want to take a couple weeks off. I will still have shorts. That way it'll give me a chance to get back to my comments that I've gotten so far behind on. I'm really sorry about that. I'll be able to look and see what videos I already have filmed up, because I've pre-filmed some, and then I can start trying to like work on those, and like when I feel like it, just kind of take a couple weeks off, but not for too long, because I don't want to stop posting. But like I said, I'll continue to do my shorts and everything, so I'll make a separate video on a community post talking about that. As soon as I saw Belle Beaute Bar like teasing this collection, I was like, oh my goodness, I love it so much already. I knew it was going to be good. Everything I've tried from Belle Beaute Bar has been amazing. So I was like, this is going to be so good. I'm so in love already. I'm a sucker for heart-shaped things, packagings. Like, I put a heart on a makeup, make a heart-shaped pan, highlighter, blush, anything like that. I'm sold. I'm already like, that's cute. I love it. I really, really love the palette. The highlighters too, but this palette is just too stinking cute. Like, the pans, the shades, and it's so hard for me to like pick a favorite sparkle, but I really like Bittersweet and Not a Villain, but also like Indecisive because of how it looks. It's like my brow highlighter, but it's also on the lid above Not a Hero or Not a Villain. So I feel like it's very interchangeable. It's nice and shifty that way. And I do love Complex Motivations because it's like a super duper sparkly, like almost looks like diamonds. The shine to that is just phenomenal. So the sparkles in this, definitely beautiful, and I just am obsessed with the mattes. Like, the color story is, like I said, it's very cute, but I love the smokiness to it because it's kind of been my mood for a little bit, and I always love a smoky eye anyway, so I feel like this is perfect. Like, definitely gonna be my everyday go-to palette more than likely, because if I'm not like being able to work with a lot of time, this is the color story that I'm probably gonna go for, like the smokiness and everything. And this, I just feel like, makes it so much easier rather than me having to gather palettes and gather everything else. It's all right here. Morally Gray is so pretty. I love it, like obsessed. I love how it kind of looks like it might be a bit like not super pink in the palette, but it's like, I don't know how to explain when it's on the skin. Like, it's kind of pink, but it's really like shiny. It's so pretty. And then like with Skin of a Killer, so what I have on now, this is just like in the heart shape. I love it so much. It's so cute. I definitely am going to be using these a lot because I love a nice blinding highlighter. Okay, I feel like I have kind of rambled a bit and talked in circles a bit, so I am going to go ahead and get my pictures and everything taken care of. I want to say again a huge thank you to Bella Beaute. I want to thank you so much for watching. If you'd like to keep up with my awkward face and shenanigans while I'm not here on YouTube, then I have all my social medias linked in the description box down below. And if you'd like to keep up with me while I am here on YouTube, then please hit the subscribe button. It means so much to me and I can't thank you enough. And if you like this video, could you please give it a thumbs up? I heard it helps push my video out into the algorithm, so if you give it a thumbs up, then thank you. And if you'd like to be notified of any time that I do upload, then please hit the notification bell. And that way, anytime I upload anything, you'll get the notification. I want to thank you so much for watching. I want to thank you so much for being here, taking the time out of your day to watch, sticking with me through everything. Thank you so much. Thank you for watching, and I hope that I'll see you in the next one. Bye!